My name is Serena Gunter. My current role is the trainee manager for the Arts Ceduna, and we're based at the Ceduna Aboriginal Arts and Culture Centre here in Ceduna. So the Wai project actually started last year. So the whole idea of it was phase one was to do with language and getting the artists involved, new skills with murals, painting a mural in Ceduna. And then phase two is to do with involving the community and artists around the Ceduna area, including Kuniba community, and Pam Dement, who's a potter by trade, about getting her involved in the centre and making a project for the big kindy as well that will be installed there. So the focus of phase two is interactive play and educational, getting the kids involved in a new way of learning. So they can count the kangaroos that are on the ceramics and just another way of learning.
My name's Pam Dement and we've been working on the Wai project phase two for the last 2 weeks, which is a 3-metre diameter ceramic installation. We've had artists from Kuniba and Ceduna. We approached Nuriyadaran to get the mothers and babies and the artists, 6 artists from Kuniba involved with the design. So it was a good learning experience for all people working on something to do with scale.
My name is Colette Gray, I'm from here, Ceduna. Been working with this clay project for the last 2 weeks. It's been really interesting as it'll be an interactive game for the children to play on at the family centre.
I'm Janine Gray, I come from Ceduna. Lived here most of my life, but I love painting since the school days. Yeah, they're just new to me, doing tiles. I wanted to join in because it is very interesting to me.
The project with Nuriyadaran came about. We did a tile project with the children there, and all the tiles were laid out and they really liked that. And we've had a connection with Nuriyadaran ever since it was built. A lot of the artists in Ceduna did all the fantastic artwork you can see throughout the building. So it was a continuation on all the other projects Ceduna Arts had been working there and all the artists. To the beginning, we sort of picked artwork from each artist and sort of put little bits and pieces on there. And it's all to do with the flora and fauna of the area, so it kept it very local. The whole idea of the project coming from Nuriyadaran was to make it an educational program.
I'm Susie Bowden. I'm the Director of Education and Care here. Nuriyadaran Children and Family Centre's been open into our 5th year now. So really exciting new children and family centre for the community, so a new concept for our area. Each year we take the children on a bush medicine excursion. We came back and all of those photos of tracks we put up around the room and talked about who they belonged to and what those tracks were. That was kind of the launch of where this would go. I went to the Arts Centre and said, have you got some ideas about how we can begin our journey of cultural awareness and discovery? This piece of artwork, which is magnificent, that the children have been helping with and the community have been helping with, will go in the cultural garden. We will use all of the language around literacy and numeracy and discovery and exploration and curiosity about learning with that piece of artwork. So it'll be, a place where the children can search for 2 or 3 witchetty grubs, or, how many witchetty grubs can we find? Who's at the waterhole today? All of that kind of discovery will happen around it. So I guess the tracking and the waterholes idea came from the kids in 2016 and has just been built on to this point.
We chose a red clay to use for the installation, only because it reflects a nice earthy colour and the ground. With the other part of the project, we, because it was all hand done, it gave us the opportunity to do clay techniques, which a lot of the artists didn't have the opportunity to do. So we did a lot of relief work. So that means you make the tile, then you look at your design and you add clay onto it.
I found this clay project really interesting. It's learnt me how to do wedging and kneading with the clay itself before you use it. I've found it really helpful for other artists to come on board, and as well as learn the new technique that we've also learnt with them as well.
Very good experience. Pam showed us a lot. Yeah, enjoyed it. Previously it involved kids, and I've been working with kids most of my life.
The experience the artists could get from this is, you know, they learn how to utilise clay. I mean, if any more installations come along, I would be quite confident that most of them would know how to do a layout, how to do a drawing, how to attach things, using the slip to stick things on. So for the future, you know, be a great, you know, new medium for the artists here at Ceduna.
I think what's amazing is the joy on the faces of the mums that have been going down. I think the sense of connection and ownership of that bit of artwork, even if you've done the tiniest thing, you know, some mums didn't roll a bit of clay till the last week before it was going to be dry, but you know, then they'd come back and show me a picture and go, I did this bit, Susie, look, it's only a mini bit, but I've done some of that. So I think their sense of ownership in that community garden, which is what we're, you know, looking for, is amazing. So I think you guys have done a great job.
The artists who participated in the project, I found really fantastic, and I just think they've thoroughly enjoyed the whole process of doing, especially the installation part. It's amazing job what they did, you know, with the small amount of experience that they've had.
This would be something that I have learnt that I'd like to pass on to my next generation, so that they could keep this a continuing thing for the next generation.
I'd probably just like to say thank you to everyone who was involved, the artists, the Arts Centre, the Big Kindy, and our funding bodies, ILA, Indigenous Languages and Arts.